How many of you own your own business? Show of hands. How many of you have a website for that business? Is that website doing what you want it to do? What I'm going to be talking about today are the 5 mistakes that a lot of entrepreneurs make that make their website ineffective. And I'm going to give you some tips on how you can change that, can fix those mistakes, and make your website do what you want it to do. You see, your homepage is the hub of your online presence. And just a little caveat, a homepage is the first page that a website has. And these days, a homepage is losing some of its power because people are coming and visiting your website randomly throughout your website. So all these tips can apply to any page on your website, but for clarity, I'm going to focus on your homepage. Another caveat. Of the 5 mistakes, you can make 4 of them strategically, which means you're doing it with intent. But the first mistake, you absolutely cannot make, because if you do, you're leaving money on the table. And that first mistake is lack of clarity. If you don't know what your website is supposed to be doing, how do you know it's doing it? If you don't know what your website's supposed to be doing, how are the people who land on your website going to know what to do? Do you know who your target market is? And I mean clearly. And I don't mean everybody. Everybody is not your target market. Everybody is everybody. You need to narrow that down. For example, my target market is creative entrepreneurs. People who own their own business, and their business is an extension of their creativity. The next thing, when your target market lands on your website, do they recognize themselves? Do they know, oh yeah, this is where I belong? That's part of your clarity. And you also need to know what your website's job is. What do you want your website to accomplish? And it can accomplish a lot of different things. There are branding websites. That's a website that helps people get a feel for what your brand is, what your business is. There are sales websites. This one's obvious. It sells something. Someone lands on it, they buy or they leave. There are relationship builder websites. This is where you build rapport with your target market. There are expert libraries, although entrepreneurs rarely use these. These are more like WebMD, Wikipedia, although there is probably some debate as to whether that was an expert library or not. And of course, your website can accomplish all these things as long as you do it strategically.